Good afternoon, everyone. The judge should be joining in a minute. Please keep your videos off. Please remain on mute until your name is called, except for court staff and private attorneys. If you're driving, you have to pull over to the side if you plan to be in the court. This is an official court hearing. There should be no one lying down in the bed. There should be no inappropriate pictures posted. And again, listen out for your name when the judge calls if you're a victim, so you can unmute and you'll receive a message to cut your video on. Thank you.
All right. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Lal, and we're going to begin with our first appearance for cases which have been formally accused already by the Solicitor General. These are misdemeanor cases involving individuals who were recently arrested and booked at the Fulton County Jail. Soon after being booked in, the Solicitor General, who is the prosecutor, has formally accused the cases. So that's why they are now with the State Court of Fulton County. When I address the cases, I will let the defendant know what is their new accusation number, the charges brought against them, to appoint counsel where necessary, and to also set a bond. Bond could either be a signature bond or a what we call a release bond, in which you would not have to pay for the bond today, but you would have to comply with certain conditions. By the way, is Courtroom 2 available, or is just ACDC? It's just ACDC for
It's
now?
just AC. Good afternoon,
Okay.
Your Honor. This is it's just ACDC right now.
Okay. So please remember that when I address your cases, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Deputy Milton, who are we going to begin with?
Your Honor, before we get started, your reset date for your SAP calendar is March the 17th.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And is that a Thursday by any chance?
No, it is a Tuesday.
Okay, so I just want to figure out if I have to. All right. Folks, if you are an attorney or a member of the courthouse staff, you can have your video on. But if you are a witness, a victim, a family member, or anyone to that effect, please keep your video off and your audio muted. You can chime in when you want, when the particular defendant that you want to address is being, whose case is being addressed at the same time. I'm sorry, Deputy Milton, who is this, which is this case number?
Position number 5 is Chambers.
5, okay. Sherion Chambers is accused of criminal trespass and in criminal trespass causing damage to property from February 26th of this year. And the case number is 26 CR 1407G. Ms. Chambers, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhoover, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Any priors?
The last arrest was August the 11th, 2023 out of Cobb County for an FTA. There's 11 total cycles. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we'd be requesting a $2,000 signature bond, $1,000 on each charge, with a stay away from 1666 Connolly Drive, East Point, and an MHET while out on bond. The facts allege she was squatting in a home owned by victim Nasia Pouncey at 1666 Connolly Drive, East Point, which is the location of the stay away. The house was currently listed for rent, but she told the management company that she was the owner, that her dad had owned it, and she had been owning it since he passed away. But that was just not true. She said she owned that property and the one right next to it. But the front door lock had been drilled to gain entry into the home. Once they did speak with the true owner, she said the home was in foreclosure and that no one should be there. So we are asking for that $2,000 SOB, a stay away from the Connolly Drive address, and an MHET.
Okay. Ms. Rosenhoover, she's got an FTA, but the state's agreeing to a release bond, so I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Are you?
No, Your Honor, I am not.
Okay. $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. She is to stay 200 yards away from the incident location, which is 1666 Connolly Drive in East Point. She is not to return to that location at all. She's not to be seen on the property or within 200 yards of that property. She's also to have no contact with Nasir Ponce. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. She reports to pretrial twice a month. If she gets arrested again or if she violates the conditions of this bond, her signature bond will be revoked. Next court date will be sent to her new address, so she'll need to give us a new address within 30 days of being released. Also within 10 days, Ms. Chambers, you will need to seek mental health care and undergo a evaluation And if any treatment or counseling is required, you must submit to that. Next court date is going to be sent to your new address. Thank you.
Position 45, Mr. Welock,
Okay.
courtroom 2, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. All right, courtroom 2. My name is Judge Law. I'll be addressing these cases which have been formally accused against you. So when I address your case, I will let you know what's your case number, the charges, to appoint counsel and to set a bond. Please remember, for all of you in courtroom 2 and in ACDC, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Rasheed Welock is accused of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer from February 6th of this year, 26 CR 1419C. Mr. Welock, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is, I don't know, Miss McLeod. There she is. Okay, Miss McLeod. All right. Any priors?
The last arrest was August 21st, 2025, out of Fulton County for aggravated assault, armed robbery, and possession of a firearm. The case is open under 25 SC 005858. There was a felon. There's 3 total arrest cycles. There was a felony conviction where they got first offender treatment in 2024 for obstruction, criminal use, fleeing and attempting to elude. There's an additional open case in Fulton County for acts of violence in a penal institution and dangerous weapon/drugs by inmate. And that case is open under 25 SC 007411. Nothing further.
Miss Tucker, he's currently on a felony bond, right?
Yes, he is. He's being held on a $25,000 felony bond. So we're just recommending a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. There are 3 co-defendants in this case. There was a riot in the jail, and as the officers were trying to investigate, he gave a false name. That's the basis of the obstruction. So considering he's got that felony bond, we're asking for a $1,000 SOP through the jail.
Ms. McLeod, I'm going to agree with the state and set that bond. Next court date is March 17th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to agree with the state as well, that one.
Okay. Next case, ACDC.
That concludes my business before the court today. May I be excused?
Yes, Ms. McLeod. You have a good week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Position 16, Miss Harris.
Dawn Harris is accused of battery, case 26 CR 1420B from May 7th of last year. Ms. Harris, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was January 5th, 2019, out of Rockdale for an FTA. There's 11 total arrest cycles. There was a misdemeanor conviction in 2011 for simple battery, family violence, a felony conviction in 2019 for theft by shoplifting. Nothing further to report.
State recommendations? Ms. Zandersburg, is it?
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second.
Okay.
For Ms. Harris, the state is asking for a $3,000 surety bond, Your Honor. Stay away and no further contact with Ms. Carly Marin. At least have 200 feet from Ms. Carly Marin. Stay away from Ms. Carly Marin's address. Stay away from that store that is located at the 1575 Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, Northwest. Also, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We did speak to the victim, and she is also asking for stay away and no further contact as well, Your Honor. She did say that this resulted from at least 4 people jumping her, including someone's mother, Your Honor.
Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Harris is 45 years old. She has resided in Georgia for her whole life. She has 7 children. She is also the caretaker for her mother. Her entire family does reside in Georgia. The address on file is a good address for her. She lives there with her mother as well as her granddaughter and uncle. She made it to the 9th grade and is currently working on earning her GED. She is also a certified nurse assistant. She's OSHA certified and she's forklift certified. Your Honor, at this point, because she has spent most of her time caretaking, she is very financially limited and she is unable to post a high surety bond. We would request a bond through pretrial services. Thank you.
2,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. No further contact with Carly Marion. Stay away from wherever she's physically located. Stay away from her workplace, her home, and so forth. And also stay away from the incident location, 1075 Joseph E. Boone Boulevard. She will undergo 6 anger awareness classes, and all must be completed within 180 days from today. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. She reports to pretrial twice a month. Thank you.
Position 41, Mr. Thomas.
That's my case, Your Honor. Jennifer Hansen for Mr. Thomas.
All right, Ms. Hanson. Daytoan Thomas is accused of battery, family violence from November 19th of last year, case 26 CR 1437G. Mr. Thomas, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Hanson. Any priors?
The last arrest was August 14th, 2023 out of Fulton for simple battery family violence. That case was DWAP. There are 6 total arrest cycles, nothing further to report.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, that previous case was with the same victim. We did speak with her. She denied everything. She said he didn't even punch her, but the officer did see scratches on her cheek, a laceration on her left eye. She says they're not going through a divorce anymore. They're still married. But considering the violence, considering the past history, we're asking for a $3,500 good bond. No further contact, and to stay away from 5389 Brittany Trail in South Fulton.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm
I
sorry.
was just going to sound up for Aisha Thomas if she's present.
Aisha Davis.
Oh, Aisha. Is it Aisha Davis? I've got Aisha Thomas on the warrant. Does she go by her maiden name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Aisha Thomas. You're right. My bad.
That's okay. Aisha Thomas? Yes, no? Okay, Miss Hanson, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did speak with Miss Aisha Thomas this afternoon. She is fully in support of bond. I believe she relayed that to Victim Witness Services. This couple has been together for 26 years. They have a number of children together. Mr. Thomas himself has 4 children total, 3 of them with her, and they range in age from 12 to 27 years old. He is 44 years old. He has heart problems. He's had 2 recent open heart surgeries and is on a number of medications. He supports himself through SSI. He was arrested. He was actually pulled over for a traffic offense in College Park, and he was taken to the College Park jail on this warrant. South Fulton police did not come and pick him up and take him to Rice Street, so eventually College Park released him. He contacted me. He immediately turned himself in, and that's where we are. I don't have a problem with the amount of the bond, Your Honor, but I would ask that he be allowed to return to his home, which is the address that was given by Ms. Tucker, and to have just no violent contact with Ms. Thomas. They have been together again. The event allegedly occurred some time ago, and they have not had any problems since. I think it happened in November. Yes, November of last year.
Not that long ago. All right. The battery family violence is going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 3. No, sorry, let's make it level 2. This will be a 12-month monitoring case. No further violent contact with Aisha Thomas. He may return to the Brittany Trail location in South Fulton. Within 30 days of being released, he must enroll in a qualified family violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 weeks of classes that he would need to attend all of them and pay for them out of his own pocket. He will also refrain from consuming any illegal drugs and no alcoholic beverages. He will be subject to random screens at a minimum rate of once a month. No firearms. He's not allowed to own or possess any firearms. No further violent contact with Aisha Thomas means no physical and no verbal altercation. If he feels he can't control his temper, he needs to go for a long walk. Next court date is going to be sent to his current address. And he
Thank you, Your Honor.
reports, and he reports to pretrial twice a month for a minimum period of 12 months.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Oh, you're done? Okay.
That's
Ms.
it.
Henson, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Next is position 17, Miss Hoffman.
Selena Hoffman is accused of battery family violence from March 3rd of this year, 26 CR 1445K. Ms. Hoffman, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was May the 16th, 2025, out of Gwinnett for a probation violation. They have 8 total cycles. There was a felony conviction in 2018 for possession of methamphetamine, and it appears that they're on first offender probation on that case. Nothing further to report.
Right. Ms. Handelsbrook?
Yes, Your Honor. Second. I just had it. Your Honor, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond, Your Honor. We are asking that she stays away from her son, Mr. Christian Smith, and no further contact. Also stay away from the 5615 Oakley Industrial Boulevard address. And also no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Christian Smith, if you are over 18 years old and if you want to chime in, this is the time to start your video. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Hoffman is 40 years old. She has resided here in Georgia for the past 24 of those years. The address on file for her is the incident location. It's actually her apartment. She pays all of the rent, and I believe the alleged victim in this case is her 20-year-old son. She advised me that he could potentially stay with his father's mother if needed, but for the time being, he is currently staying in the apartment that she pays for. Your Honor, she's also a high school graduate, and she works 3 different jobs to make ends meet. She drives for Lyft, she bartends, and she operates a food truck with a friend. Your Honor, she is not able to make a high bond. We would request a pretrial signature bond, and for her to be able to reside in the home. Thank you.
Bond is going to be set at $2,500. It's a signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. No further violent contact with Christian Smith. She may return to the location, but if she plans to get Mr. Smith to vacate the premises, he either has to leave voluntarily or she would need to file a dispossessory action against him. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and she needs to complete 6 anger awareness classes within 180 days of being released. Thank you.
Position 4, Mr. Carter.
Brandon Carter is accused of theft by taking. This is from December 28th of last year, case 26 CR 1452J. Mr. Carter, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any prize?
The last arrest was August 6, 2025, out of Hapeville for aggravated assault and obstruction. That case is open under 26 SC 000738, and that's their only arrest cycle. Nothing further.
Ms. Sanderbergs?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we are asking for a $5,000 signature bond, a stay away, and no further contact with Ms. Jade Goulburn, and also stay away from her address, the 3200 Lennox Road unit that she has, and the no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
I'm sorry, what was that name again?
Jade Goulburn,
Jade Goulburn?
I can spell it. It's like Goulbourne.
Okay. Is there a Ms. Goulburn on Zoom who wants to chime in? No? Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber, any objection?
No, Your Honor, no objection to the signature bond.
Okay. Mr. Carter, the bond is going to be set at 5,000. It's going to be a release bond or a signature bond, which means you don't have to pay today, but you'll be reporting to pretrial twice a month. This is level 2. You cannot have any contact with Miss Jade Gulhar, and you have to stay away from the entire complex at 3200 Lenox Road, including the unit where Miss Gulhar lives. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and you will complete, you will make sure that you don't get arrested again, and you will give us a new address within 30 days of being released. I'm not sure if you share the same address with her, but you'll need to provide us with a completely different address for yourself, and that has to be provided within 30 days of being released. Thank you.
Your Honor, is Attorney Jacoby Hudson on the Zoom?
Yes.
Yep, he's here.
Hey, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Milton.
Right. Who's your client, Mr. Hudson?
Djara Ekyama, Yana.
Position 9.
9, okay. Djara Ekyama is accused of simple battery family violence from December 3rd of last year, case 26 CR 1414D. Ms. Ekyama, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Jacoby Hudson. Any priors?
The last arrest was January 2nd, 2024, out of Fulton for aggravated assault. That case was dismissed. They have 2 total arrest cycles. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Sanderberg?
Yes, Your Honor, one moment. In this case, Your Honor, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond, a stay away, and no further violent contact with the victim. Also, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We did speak to the victim, and they did advise that, this was last year. They do not mind her being able to return home, but they do want no further violent contact.
All right. Mr. Hudson is the alleged victim here, or Ms. Sandersberg? Do you know if the alleged victim is on Zoom?
My understanding is the alleged victim is in Africa.
Oh, well, that's a whole different location. The simple battery family violence is going to be a 1,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. No violent contact with the victim. Stay away from, no stay away. And she'll need to complete 6 anger awareness classes within 180 days of being released. Mr. Hudson, now with pretrial services, they monitor them for up to 6 months unless there's a reason to extend it. But that does not mean that the case is closed. She will still need to report to court. So please be sure that we have a current address at all times. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, pretrial usually do 4 months, but now it's 6 months, as you say?
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Yana. And Yana, can she return home because the incident took place at my client's home?
No violent contact.
Absolutely. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
Take care, Jacoby.
See you later, Djara. All right, it's all family. That's my family, Judge.
Oh, okay. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Courtroom 2.
Position 8, Mr. Dunn.
Shaderian Demetrius Dunn is accused of battery family violence, case 26 CR 1413G. Incident date is August 30th, 2025. Mr. Dunn, you've been advised of your rights as well, and your attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was June the 30th, 2025, out of Fulton for a CWAC. That case was DWAC. They have 6 total arrest cycles. Nothing further to report.
Okay. Oh, Ms. McLeod, you're back. Okay, is this your client or is it Ms. Rosenhuber?
Was my client in a former matter, Your Honor, and so I'm just on to see whether the conflict still exists. I suspect it might.
Okay.
Because I was called by the alleged victim and alerted that he was on.
All righty. Ms. Sanderberg, what's the recommendation?
Your Honor, the state is actually going to put in to revoke the bond on this one. With this case here, he actually has had 3 different cases with the same victim. There is a case back here on October 6th of 2024 where he had conditions of no further violent contact with Miss Jasmine Noonan. And let's see what else. I have that case number as well. Back here on June 30th of 2025, there was an aggravated assault and a cruelty to children. This also involved the same victim. So again, Your Honor, we are actually going to put in to revoke bond.
Can I speak, Your Honor?
I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name is Jasmine Newman.
All right, you need your video on?
I thought that it was on.
No, it's not.
Miss Newman, look at your screen. I sent you a message to cut your video on.
I don't see how to do it.
Okay, then please remain silent. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. I completely missed, and I apologize that that previous case existed. I did interview Mr. Dunn for purposes of this case, and I'm happy to provide those factors. But of course, since I believe the state is moving to revoke the bond on Miss McLeod's case, I'm not sure how the court wants to handle that. If the court wants to allow her time to speak with him, or...
The allegation is that it involves the same victim.
Yes,
So, Ms. McLeod, I think you'll have to take this case over. Do you need to speak to Mr. Dunn on this new case?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Courtroom 2, Ms. McLeod is, either you have to call Ms. McLeod or she'll have to call Courtroom 2.
Okay, we can go to position 20, Mr. Jones.
And Your Honor, FYI, the victim has her video on now.
All right.
So can I let her leave it on until we come back?
Yeah, just mute the screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm sorry. Courtroom 2, what position is that?
Position 20, Mr. Jones.
20, sorry. Devorius Montez Jones is accused of theft by deception from February 8th of this year, 26 CR 1426E. Mr. Jones, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
Yes, the last arrest was September 1st, 2025 out of Fulton for an FTA. There's 10 total arrest cycles. There is a 2022 felony conviction for possession of a firearm. 2011, there was a felony conviction for robbery and possession of a firearm. There's 2 open cases in Fulton County. One of them is 26 PI 001729 for criminal damage and reckless conduct, and then 26 PI 001730 aggravated assault, criminal damage to property and possession of a firearm. And there's a FTA from 2023. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Jones is 33 years old. He has resided in Georgia his entire life. He has one 16-year-old child, and otherwise his entire family does live in Georgia. He's resided at the address on file for the past 2 years. He has his GED, and he's been working as a mechanic full-time for the past year, with additional certifications in electrician, brick masonry, and he's also a carpenter. Your Honor, at this point, he has a number of felony cases that he is also charged with. So for this particular offense of theft by deception, we're requesting a signature bond since he will have to put most of his funds towards those other felony matters. Thank you.
And I'm sorry, Ms. Andersberg, I overlooked you. I'm so sorry. Please go ahead.
Oh, you're totally fine, Your Honor. The state is asking for a $3,000 surety bond based upon his criminal history. Also, we are asking for a stay away and no further contact with Ms. Shauna Sims. Also, we are asking, Simmons, sorry. And we are asking a stay away from her address to 675 Escalade Drive. Also, we are asking that he take an anti-theft course and also no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Right. The bond is going to be set at $1,000. It is a surety bond. Stay away from the incident location and no contact with the victim. No illegal drugs, alcohol, and weapons. Next court date is March 17. Thank you.
Next is position 26, Ms. Ogulry.
Daryl Ogulry is accused of battery family violence from February 1st of this year, case 26 CR 1396F. So Ogulry, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
No, Your Honor, it's showing as the first arrest.
Okay. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. Is Miss Kim on today? This
There
case
she is.
was
Oh,
okay. This case was reset from Monday, and I believe Miss Evans Battle and Miss Kim had a consent bond. It was going to be $3,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. She would receive a social worker visit for any potential MH issues, 3 anger management courses, no further contact with Yolanda Ogulry, and to stay away from 1881 Myrtle Drive. Is that your understanding, Miss Kim?
Actually, today, PD Rosenhuber was the one who interviewed because I had to interview field trip clients here. So
okay.
to convey that message, I apologize.
All righty. Ms. Rosenhuber, is your client in agreement with these terms?
Yes, Your Honor, we have no objection to a signature bond through pretrial.
Okay, Ms. Young, that will be the terms through a 3,500 signature bond, pretrial level 1, social worker visit to address MH issues, 3 anger awareness classes to be done within 180 days, no contact with Yolanda Ogulry, and stay away from 1881 Myrtle Drive. Within 30 days of being released, she must provide the court with a new mailing address that we can send her notice. Thank you.
Got position 22, Mr. Lloyd.
Everett Lloyd is accused of criminal trespass and willful obstruction of an officer. Case is 26 CR 1428. G. Incident date is March 2nd of this year. Mr. Lloyd, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
There are 16 total arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Tennessee. Last arrest was January the 21st, 2026 out of Douglas County for driving while license suspended or revoked in possession of a firearm. There was a felony conviction out of Tennessee for a CWAC. There's a 2006 felony conviction, voluntary manslaughter. Nothing further.
Ms. Zandersburg?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for a $3,000 signature bond. Stay away from the elite auto recovery, and also no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
On the criminal trespass is going to be 1,000. On the willful obstruction is going to be 1,000. This is going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Stay away from the incident location. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. If you get arrested again for anything else, you will be brought back to the jail and your bond will be revoked. Thank you.
Next, we have position 40, Ms. Stokes.
Stephanie Stokes is accused of terroristic threats and acts. Her case number is 26 CR 1436F. Incident date is December 2nd of last year, and her attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
Good afternoon, Judge. I'm sorry, I was trying to get the audio working. This is Attorney Joshua Pender. I'm filling in for Mr. David Schnipper, who filed an entry, I want to say around 1:30 or something this afternoon.
Is he representing Ms. Stokes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you can start your video, we then will say that Mr. Schnipper represents her, but you're covering for him. Okay.
Yes,
Ms. Tucker, any recommendations?
Yes, Judge. Because most of her history is prior to 2004, we are going to be recommending a $2,000 signature bond in this case, with no further contact with LaKenya Todd, as well as to stay away from the Barack and Michelle Obama Academy at 970 Martin Street in Atlanta. We did speak with this victim. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She said that she's a parapro in one of the classrooms where the defendant's granddaughter is a student. She said that the school allowed her to return to work, but and the victim was very upset with that. But there should not be, so she needs to stop contacting her about wanting her fired. Other than that, we are asking for the $2,000 signature bond with no further contact and to stay away from that location.
Okay. Mr. Pender, any objection to those terms?
I'm a bit confused. I haven't had a chance to speak with Miss Stokes, but
Oh, okay.
did I understand that she has a job there, but is gonna not be allowed to return to the location?
So the victim works there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the victim is a parapro at this school. The defendant is the grandmother of a student. So this incident occurred at a parent-teacher conference, but the defendant has still been harassing this victim because she wants her fired.
I understand. So it's my understanding that she has a special needs granddaughter, which is the reason I guess she was at the school in the first place. And it's my understanding she takes care of her granddaughter. I'm not sure how much she has with that, if she's the sole provider. But if that is the case,
let's find out. Is there another caretaker for this child who can pick up and drop off the child? Miss Stokes, unmute ACDC. Because most likely you won't be allowed back at the school. Do you have someone who can pick up and drop off the child?
No, I don't, and that's not really how.
You'll have to find someone.
I withdrew my baby from that school.
You'll have to find someone.
Okay.
This is not an option. You either stay in jail or you find someone.
Okay. It's just you have to find somebody to take her from the school, or you stay in jail.
Okay. But she don't go to the school, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Pender?
as long as she's not going to have any issues with her granddaughter's transportation to school, then we don't have any objection to the terms.
She'll need to figure it out.
It sounds like she says she's confident that she can. So if that's the case,
I consider that a note of confidence as well. $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. She can be released on a signature bond. She will report to pretrial services twice a month. She's to have no further contact with LaKenya Todd, which means she stays 200 yards away from Miss Todd. She cannot communicate with her or about her through mail, email, in person, phones, computers, and even on social media, and even through third parties. She would need to find a third party who would be able to facilitate the transportation of the child or children that she has who attend this particular school, the Barack and Michelle Obama Academy, because she herself is not allowed on school property. And this will continue until further order of the court.
thank you, Your Honor. That is my only case. May I be excused?
Oh, yes, Mr. Pender. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
Position 19, Mr. Johnson.
Johnson. Christian Johnson's accused of misdemeanor possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce from March 2nd of 2026. His case number is 26 CR 1422J. His attorney is Ms. Rosen Hoover. Does he have any other holds?
I don't see any holds on the GCIC.
All right. Does he have any holds in Fulton County Jail? Ms. Zandersburg?
No, Your Honor, not that I've seen.
Okay. Bond is going to be set at UJR. We don't specify amount for UJR. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And please remember to keep track of this case because it is an active case against you in Fulton County. If you fail to show up, it'll be such a shame to have a bench warrant for a misdemeanor possession of marijuana. Thank you.
CJR jail, Judge?
UJR, yes, it will be a jail.
What do you say?
Oh, is he okay? There we go. Next case. Deputy Milton, did you have any other cases?
Yes, Your Honor. Let's do position 24. Come on, Miss Mafsum.
All right. Mara Mafsum is accused of battery family violence from January 16th of this year, 26 CR 1429E, and your attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was June 9th, 1994, out of Noonan for a DUI, and that's their only arrest cycle.
Goodness. Okay. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. After speaking with the victim, we're going to be recommending a $2,500 signature bond with conditions no further violent contact with Hugh Crowder and to complete an MHET while out on bond. He did confirm the events in the warrant, but he said that this defendant has MH concerns, has not taken her medication in 8 months. They've been arguing more and more leading up to this incident. So he would like for her to, get counseling and start her medication again. As long as that happens, I think there will be no other issues. He did say he's going to live somewhere else right now so she can get herself back on track. So we're not asking for a stay away. For these reasons, we're just asking for the $2,500 signature bond, no further violent contact, and an MHET.
Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber, I'm going to go with the state's recommendation. Ms. Mafsum, your bond is going to be a release bond, which means you sign for it. You don't have to pay today, but you will have to comply with these conditions. Otherwise, you might find yourself back in jail in either a no bond or a surety bond issue. Do you understand? Okay. 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. She reports to pretrial once a month. She's to have no violent contact with Hugh Crowder, which means there cannot be any physical or verbal altercations with him. Within 30 days, she must undergo a MH evaluation and treatment or continue with her ongoing MH treatment. And she must be compliant with all treatment and all medication. She cannot skip any dosages and she cannot skip any medical appointments. While she reports to pretrial, she will also complete 4 anger awareness classes with pretrial, and these must be completed within 180 days of being released. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you.
Position 8, Mr. Dunn.
All right, we are returning to Shaderian Dunn, 26 CR 1413G, whose attorney is Ms. McLeod. We've got notice that the state intends to revoke his bond from one of his other cases. Yes, Ms. McLeod, what is your position on the current charge?
Position on the current charge, Your Honor, is that it happened. I believe the allegation is I haven't seen the warrant that this happened on the 30th of August of last year. I am unaware that he has any open cases so which the state can revoke bond. So I would like the prosecutor to tell me about this case because he is not aware of it either.
I got one case in which you took a plea, 24 CR 6891G. So which other case, Ms. Vandersloot?
Your Honor, that was in December, so I don't know which other case the prosecution is referring to.
Ms. Andersberg, are you aware of another case that he has?
He does have another one. Again, it is from the aggravated assault and child cruelty. It happened in 2025. Give me 1 second, okay?
Oh, you're talking about the felony charges? Those were dismissed.
That is correct.
The ag assault and cruelty Those were dismissed.
Although it was dismissed, Your Honor, since it is dealing with the same victim, we will still ask for revoking of the bond.
Revoking of what bond, though? I am puzzled.
We're gonna revoke the bond.
I'm sorry?
And Your Honor, I honestly don't remember.
Miss Moon, did I tell you to speak? Thank you.
What bond are we talking about revoking? I am confused because I thought this was his bond hearing.
Okay. Miss Andersberg, I see where the confusion is. There was a bond for $3,000 for a battery charge from a October 6th, 2024 incident, but that's the matter that was resolved in that 24 CR case. So there's no bond revocation at the present time, and the felony charges were null prost. So yes, Ms. McLeod, if you have a recommendation for bond right now, otherwise I'll go to the victim and see what she wants to say.
So, Your Honor, I'm asking for a signature bond for my client. Based on my discussions with him and the alleged victim, this is something old. They share a 3-year-old child, and their relationship is currently in a very good place based on what she tells me. She has been calling me for several days now, Your Honor, just to express how distressed she is about this arrest and the hardship that it is causing her. Also, my client has 2 jobs. He's on the verge of losing his job, which will cause both the alleged victim and his 3-year-old child to suffer great harm. So I'm just asking for a signature bond so he can get out of jail, Your Honor. Nothing further.
Okay. All right. Miss Newman, you can unmute now.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Sorry,
right.
Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
And what would you like to tell us now?
I just wanted to state to the court that I wasn't aware of it. Like, I thought that the cases was already resolved, so I really didn't know. And I just wanted to say that right now with him being in jail, it's kind of like we're like looking to be outside because he's the one that pays the bills, and he's looking to lose his job at the same time.
On August 30th, you were the one who called the cops, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But we haven't got into any other incidents. When he went to court, I thought that it was over. It was resolved.
How was it resolved?
Because he went to court. So I'm guessing that I had it confused.
Okay.
And she's saying, Your Honor, that she wasn't aware that there was something still outstanding because he had been arrested and she thought everything had been resolved.
He has been going to court and everything. So I just hate that this happening right now. We have been on a good path. You know, we do live together, and with him in there, we're going to be outside.
Okay. So he took a plea on December 4th, 2025. That's what it was.
Right. It was to disorderly conduct, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Case.
Which was I guess it was negotiated reduction. On the battery family violence for Shaderian Dunn from August 30th, 2025, the bond's going to be set at $2,000. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. He's to have no violent contact with Jasmine Newman. He can return to the same home that he shares with her. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. He will report to pretrial services for a period of 12 months. Within 30 days of being released, he will complete a domestic violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 weeks of classes that he will attend and complete. Like I said, he must enroll in that within 30 days. He'll also be subject to random screens at a minimum of once a month for illegal drugs and/or alcoholic beverages. Next court date will be sent to his current address. Thank you.
Your Honor, and just for the record, we want to say that the state objects to the signature bond, and we would request a cash bond at least for at least $5,000. Thank you, Your Honor.
So noted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that does conclude my business before the court today. May I be excused?
I'm going to bet you a Kit Kat you'll be back, but yes, you are excused. Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Your
right,
Honor.
Ms. Newman, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Next is
Courtroom
position
2?
25,
25, okay.
Ms. Moss at ACDC, Your Honor.
Felicia Moss, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Her case is 26 CR 1455B, accused of simple battery from March 2nd of this year. Her attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was February 7th, 2026 out of Fulton for an FTA. There are 14 cycles out of Georgia, 26 out of New Jersey. There was a misdemeanor conviction in 2019 for simple battery. Out of New Jersey, there's a 2016 felony conviction for credit card theft, and there are 8 felony convictions outside the last 10 years. There's also a 2026 criminal damage to property felony conviction. Nothing further.
Ms. Sandersberg?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we're going to ask for a $3,000 surety bond based upon her being arrested for a simple battery before. Also, stay away, no further contact with Ms. Tracy Murphy, and also no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Ms. Rosenhuber?
Thank you, Judge. My client is 46 years old. She has resided in Georgia for the past 7 years, and she has 2 young children whom she cares for. The address on file is a good address for her. She's resided there for the past year. I believe it is not the incident location. She's earned her GED. She's currently not working because she is providing childcare to her friends and family, as well as to her 2 own children. Your Honor, she's advised me that she is not able to afford any amount of bond at this time, so we would request a pretrial signature bond. Thank you.
The FTA unfortunately disqualifies her from a signature bond. $50 cash bond, no contact with Tracy Murphy. Stay away from the wherever Miss Murphy works and lives. And next court date is March 17. Thank you.
Position 31, Mr. Razul.
Omar Razul is accused of battery family violence from March 2nd of this year, 26 CR 1433L. Mr. Razul, your attorney is Miss Kim. Any priors?
No, Your Honor, this is the first arrest.
All right. State, what's the recommendation?
Your Honor, we have a $3,000 surety bond because the other altercations that he has had with the victim in the past. Stay away and no further contact with Ms. Michelle Walker. Also stay away from that 7012 Glen Valley Way. Also 8 anger management classes and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. It looks like we spoke with the victim. The victim stated that although she did not let the police know, but their child was present during the incident. She says that the person has anger management problems and he needs counseling. She did advise that they have a history of domestic violence. She explained that the previous incident they had was when she was pregnant and she was grabbed by the back of the neck and pushed. Her face went into the bed. She said that she did call the police, but the police could not make an arrest because she did not have any visible injuries. And she said that it seems like the defendant is overwhelmed at times and he takes his anger out on her and his oldest child.
Miss Michelle Walker, if you're on Zoom and like to address the court, this is the time to chime in.
Okay, yes.
All right, Miss Walker, if you'd like to say something, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
How many children do you share with Mr. Razul?
2.
How old are they?
One is 5 months and one is 1 year. He's 1 year old.
1 year old and 5 months. Okay. And are you married to Mr. Razul?
No.
Okay. And Did the prosecutor correctly reflect your thoughts on this matter?
The part where I did tell the officer that the 5-month-old was present in the room. She was asleep, and that I mentioned that they didn't add it in there. And then I reached out to the victim advocate before court today and submitted a statement that I was requesting for my wishes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Walker.
Mhm.
Skip?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Russell is 39 years old, and he was born in Alabama, but he came to Georgia about 10 years ago, 2016, and he graduated from high school 2005. After that, he got bachelor's degree from Alabama State University, and then he is actually 2 months away from having a specialist MA degree after getting Mercer University master's degree. So on top of master's degree, he's getting another special stuff by May 2026. He has been educator. He denies the allegation. This is his first arrest ever. He was not, he didn't do any of those. And for his career, this is extremely important that he proves his innocence. Well, but anyway, we would like to request for signature on bond, considering the fact that this is the first arrest.
Okay. On the Battery family violence, this is going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. No further contact with Michelle Walker. No further contact with the children that he shares with her. If he wishes to have any contact with the children, he would need to file a legitimation case and obtain a court-ordered parenting plan, at which time then Ms. Walker can also counter for child support and financial maintenance. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And within 30 days of being released, he would need to enroll in a domestic violence intervention program where he would need to complete all 24 weeks of classes at his expense. His pretrial monitoring will be for a period of 12 months. Yes, Ms. Walker? Unmute.
We reside in the home together, and I had submitted a statement of something different that I had requested.
Oh, I guess when I said he's to have no contact with you and the children, that means he cannot live in the same home with you guys.
Okay.
What was your request?
That I said that I wanted it to be a peaceful contact and to remain in the home, because I did not want to pursue charges. I just wanted him to seek counseling because of previous things that happened in his past, like losing his late wife. And I feel like he just needs some counseling and maybe order like an anger management class to help him with controlling like his emotions.
Okay. So like I said, no contact with Michelle Walker, no contact with the children. He will enroll in a domestic violence program. And once he completes the program, if performance of the classes are well, perhaps the state may agree to a modification of the bond. But presently, Mr. Razul, you need to legitimate the children and stay away from Ms. Walker, and also provide us with a new address within 30 days. Thank you.
Next is position 27, Ms. Payne.
He needs one type of officer escorted visit to retrieve his personal belongings, Your Honor. All his stuff is at the house.
I'll allow a one-time visit with a police officer. That visit cannot exceed 1 hour. And that visit is to retrieve his items. Next case. I'm sorry, Milton, who is this?
27, Miss
27.
Payne.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I hope I don't butcher this name. Teneasa LaSalle Payne is accused of battery and theft by taking from September 30th of 2024. Case 26 CR 1430J. Ms. Payne, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was February 25th, 2026 out of Cobb for theft by shoplifting. There are 16 arrest cycles out of Georgia. There was a felony conviction in 2023 for theft by shoplifting. 2025, escape and theft by shoplifting, and then a 2022 theft by shoplifting. There's FTA from 2023 and 2025. Nothing further.
Okay. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, you did hear most of the history. I have 5 FTAs since 2021, as well as multiple shopliftings of those 16. So I believe the risk of a reoffense is high, as well as the risk of fleeing. We did speak with the victim in this case. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She said it was a couple people attacking her, but they were all attacking her because this defendant thought her boyfriend deserved money from her, and she's the one who stole the iPad. So she also said that she ordered something from the iPad using her account while she had it. So when this case goes to prosecution, we will be asking for restitution, but she has asked for no further contact with Layla Batchelor and a stay away from 2900 Camp Creek. That's the Central Park Apartments in Atlanta. We're asking for a $1,500 good bond. That's $1,000 on the battery and $500 on the theft by taking.
Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Payne is 22 years old. She has resided in Georgia for the past 14 years. Her mother, sisters, aunt, and cousins all reside here in Georgia, and the address on file is a good address for her. She will be residing with her mom. They've lived in that address for the past 3 to 4 years. She's earned her high school diploma, and prior to her incarceration, she was a hair braider. Your Honor, my client also wanted me to advise the court that she has been in and out of custody over the past year. She told me in particular she was in custody for an entire year. And Your Honor, her family is not able to afford a high bond at this time. However, she did advise that she believes she can post a $1,000 good bond, and so I would request that the court issue that. Thank you.
Bond is set at $750 on each count. This is a $1,500 surety bond. No further contact with the victim, Layla. Was it
Batchelor.
Batchelor, okay. And stay away from the Camp Creek location. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons.
Position 33, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Her next court date is March 17th. Mr.
Your Honor,
Ross.
Your Honor, before you go to courtroom 2, position 44 is medical reset.
Okay. Jada Wheeler is a medical reset to Friday, March 6th.
And may we be excused, please?
Yes, thank you, Deputy Milton. I'll see you later. Take care. All right. Sorry. That was courtroom 2. Could you give me that position number again? I got it.
33, Judge, Mr. Rogers.
33. Okay. DeAndre Rogers is accused of battery family violence, 26 CR 1417K. Incident date is June 22nd of last year. Mr. Rogers, your attorney is going to be Ms. Kim. Sorry. Any price?
The last arrest was February 28, 2026 out of Manchester for a DUI and driving while license suspended or revoked. There are 13 arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia, Florida, Alabama. There was a misdemeanor conviction in 2013 for possession of cannabis, a 2015 felony conviction for conspiracy to commit robbery and possession of a firearm. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a $2,500 good bond. no further contact with victim Brianna Rogers, and to stay away from 345 Edgewood Avenue in Atlanta. We were able to speak with the victim. She confirmed the events in the warrant, that she was waiting in a car outside of a club when the defendant got mad, punched her in the eye, busted her lip. She did tell us this is not the first time that he has punched her in the face. It's just the first time that she's, called the police. She did say that since then, there's been an incident in Florida where he was hitting her in the car. She said a couple saw it and called the police, but she lied and said nothing has happened, and they have not been in contact since that incident. He did pop up at her mom's house in October, but she did not answer the door and called police. So we are asking, they do not live together and don't share children. I'm gonna reverse. We are still asking for that $2,500 good bond, no further contact with Brianna Rogers, but the stay away is actually going to be her new location is 3919 7th Avenue in Columbus, Georgia, 31904.
Miss Kim? I'm sorry, you're muted?
Mr. Rogers is 36 years old. He was born and raised here in Georgia. As a native Georgian, he had GED 2007. After that, he went to Tech College for trade education for HVAC, auto mechanics, and he's working as a security right now. Your Honor, he does have two children. However, he does not share any of them with Miss Brianna Rogers, and they're still married as of now. And my client says that they have been separated for 13 months. They did not live together for 13 months, and he has not seen her for the last 13 months. So this is completely fabricated. He has an alibi who can say that he was not even here near with her. So that will be proved later on for the trial. But anyway, my client would like to get signature on bond. He has been incarcerated from February 27th at Columbus County, and then he got transferred here. It's been a while that he has been in jail.
Okay. Brianna Rogers, if you're on Zoom, this is the time to unmute and chime in. Right. Bond's going to be set at 1,500. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Brianna Rogers. Stay away from her location in Columbus, Georgia. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Next court date is going to be March 17th.
Your Honor, can it be a sheriff's 10% program?
No, not for this one. He's got a very recent arrest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Position 35, Mr. Samalis.
And Judge, Mr. Samalis is position 35 and 36.
Okay. Daniel Robert Samalis, first case is terroristic threats and acts disrupting public school and criminal trespass from March 2nd of this year, case 26 CR 1421D. The second case involves charges of hindering a person from making an emergency phone call, criminal trespass and causing damage to property from February 14th of this year, case 26 CR 1424D. You've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was June the 6th, 2024, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a city ordinance. There's 6 total arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Florida. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. In position 35, we're asking for a $3,000 total good bond, $1,000 on each of the counts, as well as no further contact with Maria Hansen, and to stay away from Cambridge High School at 2845 Bethany Bend, Milton. We did speak with the victim in this case. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She says she does not know him and has not seen him before. He just followed her into the high school. She thinks he just wanted to get into the high school, so he followed her. But as she went to admin, he threatened to break her arm in half, and then he fled from the admin office. The school had to go into lockdown until he was found. So all these facts are very concerning. We are asking for that $3,000 good bond, no further contact, and to stay away from that location. In position 36, we're asking for $1,000 signature bond on each, with conditions no further violent contact. The victims in this case are his parents. He wanted alcohol. He asked his parents for them. When they said no, he broke down their door so that he could get the alcohol hidden in their room. And he took the phone from his father while he was trying to call 911. So in that case, because it's his parents, that's where he lives, we are asking for the $1,000 signature bond, no further violent contact, and an alcohol and drug evaluation and any recommended treatment. But in the position 35, we are asking for that $3,000 good bond, no further contact, and stay away from Cambridge High School.
All right, Maria Hansen, if you want to chime in, you'll need to unmute and start your video. Is there anyone else who wants to chime in either or for against Mr. Samalis?
I'm good, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Hansen, raise your right hand.
Or I don't need to speak. I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Kim?
Mr. Samalis is 26 years young. Your Honor, I am going to recommend him for social worker visit for his housing resources and VHET. And Your Honor, he was born and raised here in Georgia. 2018, he graduated from high school, and he was very, very good at basketball. And he has been living with his father. Well, at this point, he has no employment, and his father, he's not really sure if his father's going to be paid for his bond. So he may not have any kind of resource to pay for the bond. So we asked for signature on bond. He completed Georgia State Preliminary School for associate degree in science. And at this point, he's pursuing bachelor's degree. Thank you.
All right, is there a Robert or a Maria Samalis on Zoom?
Mike?
I'm sorry? There is no one responding to Robert or Maria Samalis. On the terroristic threats and act, that's going to be a $500 surety bond. On the disrupting public school, that's going to be a $1,500 surety bond. And the criminal trespass is a $500 surety bond. For position 35, that's a $2,000 surety bond. Case reset to March 17th. No further contact with Maria Hansen, and to stay 200 yards away from the property of the Cambridge High School.
Your Honor, shouldn't that be a 2,500?
Did I do the math wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, you're correct. It's 2,500. On position number 36, hindering a person from making an emergency phone call, that's going to be a $500 surety bond. And the criminal trespass causing damage to property is a $750 surety bond. That's a total of $1,250 surety. No further contact with Robert Samalis and Maria Samalis, and stay away from 785 Champions, I think is Court in Milton, Georgia. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Both cases are reset to March 17th, and he will need to be seen by a social worker. for BH and housing issues. Thank you.
Position 39, Mr. Stevens.
Rashad Stevens has got a charge of battery, family violence, as well as criminal trespass causing damage to property, and a third charge of criminal trespass. This is from March 2nd of this year, case number 26CR1450D. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was November 21st, 2025, out of DeKalb for an FTA. There's 53 total arrest cycles. They have four misdemeanor convictions outside the last 10 years. There's a 2020 misdemeanor conviction for simple battery against law enforcement, 2025 simple battery and terroristic threats and acts. There's 8 felonies outside the last 10 years. There's a 2018 felony terroristic threats and acts and a 2019 felony obstruction. There are 4 open probation cases for criminal trespass and battery. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, as you heard, he has a very extensive history and it's all very violent. I have, in the past year, ag assault, battery, simple battery against law enforcement, terroristic threats felony, battery, terroristic threats felony, battery. You heard the history from pretrial. So we are asking for on the battery family violence. Oh, and he does have a prior battery family violence conviction in 19 CR 009931C. We are waiting to hear back from the DA to confirm that we will upgrade this. So currently it is charged as a misdemeanor, but we are asking on that battery family violence for a $5,000 good bond, on the criminal trespass a $2,000 good bond, and on the criminal trespass damage a $1,000 good bond, for a total of $8,000, to have no further contact with Barbara Coffin or Rashonda Coffin, and to stay away from 307 University Avenue in Atlanta. We did speak with both of the victims in this case. His mother let us know she thinks he's on drugs causing this behavior. He's pushed her around in the past. She's kicked him out many times. The sister in this case, whose home he was at, says that he beats her mother all the time. She doesn't want him released from jail at all because he always comes back to the home, that he is homeless and just comes and sleeps on her porch. And beats on her mom. She is fearful that the defendant will kill their mother one day, and they're both afraid of him. She is seeking restitution for the damaged door. She's unable to lock the door right now because he broke it and has also broken one of her windows in the past. So we want no further contact with either Barbara Coffin, his mother, or Rashonda Coffin, the sister, and they want him to stay away from her location, that's 307 University Avenue, where this incident occurred, as well as the mother's home at 291 Lincoln Street, Southwest.
Barbara Coffin or Rashonda Coffin, if you're on Zoom and want to chime in, this is the time to do so. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Stephens is 43 years old, and he says that he has been residentially challenged, and he does have a PATH program that he can participate.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
This is Rashonda Coffin. I'm at work right now, but this is Rashonda Coffin. I'm talking someone
Take your head off. Take your head off.
Okay. Thank you.
Raise your right hand.
All right.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, now hold, please. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Miss Kim. Please continue what you were saying.
Yes, Your Honor. He currently works part-time, but because of his disability, He gets a Social Security income, and he does have a GED after completing 10th grade. He did complete GED. We would like to request for the lowest possible bond, since we understand that he may not be qualified for signature on bond because of his history.
Okay, just one second. Deputy, is there a problem in the courtroom?
Gotta go. Come on.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, Miss Rashawn, what did you want to say?
I don't want him out, please, because he need help. He really need help. We can't afford for him to have help, but he beat when he gets on those drugs, he beats everybody. He even beats people on the street. This not the only time. This is like every time y'all let him out, he does this constantly. And he comes out when my mom put him out, he comes looking for her. He'll walk all the way to Decatur, where my auntie used to live, and come over there and he'll bother my mom like that. He follow her wherever she goes and fight her. He fights her wherever she goes.
Okay.
And my mom is 76 years old. She already on dialysis, and he beats her.
Okay, I think I got the tenor of it from the warrant. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anything else to add, Miss Kim?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Stevens, notwithstanding your 53 arrest cycles, if you want to continue talking to your attorney, you're free to do so. But if you want to pay attention to what I'm saying, you have had a consistent arrest record with Fulton County since 2021. I mean, you are booked in every year consistently. And there is a very high likelihood that you will continue this track pattern of violent offenses. And we are very concerned for the safety of the community and your family. On the battery family violence is 2,500. On the criminal trespass causing damage to property is going to be 1,000. And the criminal trespass is 1,500. This is a total of 5,000. Is that correct, Ms. Bridgewater?
You are correct, Your Honor.
All right. This is a $5,000 cash bond only. He is to have no contact with Miss Rashawn and Barbara Coffin. No?
Oh.
Okay. And he's to stay away from 307 University Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. And if he does post bond, he will be on an ankle monitor for a minimum period of 12 months at his expense to make sure that he stays away and complies with the no contact order. Next court date is going to be March 17th. Thank you.
Position 46, Mr. White.
You're gonna go to jail, son. Y'all tried to take my check.
Hey, be quiet.
Check out for 2 days.
All right, Deputy, we can have him removed from the courtroom. I can start whenever you have him removed.
You ready, Judge?
And what was that position?
26.
26, okay.
46, Judge.
46, okay. Kelvin Reginald White is accused of misdemeanor possession of marijuana and criminal trespass from March 2nd of this year, 26 CR 1440G. Mr. White, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was January the 19th, 2023 out of Fulton for an FTA. There are 7 arrest cycles in Georgia. There was a misdemeanor conviction in 2022 for criminal trespass. and theft of lost or mislaid property. There appears to be an open case for criminal damage to property and criminal trespass. Case number 19 SC 169127. Nothing further to report.
All right. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. Considering the history, we're asking for a $500 signature bond on the marijuana and a $1,000 signature bond on the criminal trespass with a stay away from MARTA. He does have an active suspension through April 11th of 2026. We ask that he stay away in accordance with that suspension.
Okay. Misdemeanor possession of marijuana is 100. Criminal trespass is 900. This is a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. To stay away from all MARTA property in accordance with his active suspensions, which means no trains, no buses, and no stations. Thank you.
Position 13, Mr. Greer. Greer.
Lamar Greer.
That's correct, Judge. 13.
Okay. Case 26 CR 1447K. Mr. Greer is accused of 1 count of battery, family violence, and 2 counts of cruelty in the 3rd degree from February 18th of this year. His attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was May 30th, 2014 out of Thunderbolt for driving while license suspended or revoked. They have 2 arrest cycles. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Sandersberg?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case here, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond for battery, $500 for each child cruelty. Also, in total, that would be $3,000 surety bond. Stay away, no further contact with Sierra Johnson. Third-party transfer of the children, and stay away from the 593 Magnolia Circle address. Oh, also, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Miss Sierra Johnson, if you're on Zoom and want to address the court, this is the time to chime in.
Yeah, I believe they were both arrested.
Oh, okay. Miss Rose.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. This is Sierra Johnson. I'm currently out.
All right. Can you lower your device so we can see you? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you want to say anything for this case, considering that you have an open case against you?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say that me and Mr. Greer have
raise your right hand. Other right hand.
I'm sorry.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you arrested from the same incident involving Mr. Greer?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you say anything, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. Because even if you have any defenses and whatnots, the attorney who represents Mr. Greer is going to use your statements against you in the event of a trial. So if you want to say anything right now, it would be to your detriment.
Okay. All I would like to say is more so in regards to the kids. However, all I would like to say is me and Mr. Greer have been together almost 10 years. This is new for us. We do not plan on this continuing. I know that I'm looking into therapy on my end. I have not been able to talk to him, of course, due to the courts. So I don't know about his end. I would like to say for our kids, if possible, if there could be a no violence. I forgot what the lady in the victims department told me. Like I said, I'm new to the court, so I don't know the verbiage. But I would prefer, this is new to us. We do not plan on doing this again. I'm pretty sure on his behalf I can say that. And I would prefer if we can just do a no violence in the house for the sake of our 1-year-old as well as our 3-year-old. We both work.
What type of bond did you get?
I got a not a cash bond, but I had a $1,700 bond that I had to pay.
And contact or no contact with Mr. Greer?
Honestly, ma'am, I would prefer no violence contact.
What was in your bond order?
Oh, no, no contact.
Okay, thank you so much. Please mute your screen. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Greer is 32 years old. He is a lifelong Georgia resident and has two young children. He, in addition to his children, his father and two sisters and brother also reside in Georgia. He advised me that if the court does issue a stay away order, he would be able to reside with his father in College Park, and he'll provide that mailing address as soon as he does make bond. Your Honor, he's earned his bachelor's degree in business management from Savannah State University, and he's currently employed by USPS as a mail handler. Your Honor, we're requesting a signature bond through pretrial services, and we'll defer to the court regarding the contact.
Okay. On the battery family violence, that is 2,000. On the cruelty, it's going to be 500 each. This is going to be a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. This will be for 12-month monitoring. He is to have no further contact with Sierra Johnson. I will allow for third-party transfer of the children. In other words, a third party must be responsible for the pickup and drop-off so that both he and Miss Sierra Johnson can exercise parenting time. He's also to stay away from 593 Magnolia Circle in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's to update us with his address, that is with his father. Within 30 days of being released, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program and complete all 24 weeks of classes at his expense. Report to pretrial twice a month. If he violates the conditions or if he gets arrested again, his signature bond will be revoked. Thank you.
Position 18, Mr. Holloway.
We're going to waive sounding on this. James Holloway has 3 misdemeanor charges brought against him from an incident date of August 1st, 2025, case number 26CR1444K. Mr. Holloway, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. I've read the warrants in this matter, so I just need the bond recommendations. Any priors, Ms. Hardy?
Yeah. The last arrest was October 30th, 2025 out of Clayton for CWAC. There's a misdemeanor conviction in 2018 for theft by shoplifting where they got first offender and it was discharged in 2019. They have 5 total cycles, nothing further.
I'm sorry, what was the year of the CWAC arrest?
It was October 30th of 2025.
2025, I see. Okay, thank you. Bond recommendation, Ms. Sandersburg?
Yes, Your Honor, we are asking for 2,000 surety bond for the SB.
For counts 1 and 2?
Also a 2,000 for the other count, Your Honor. So in total, 6,000 surety bond. Stay away and no further contact with the victim. Stay away from the victim's address. I can send the address in the message, Your Honor. Also SDET.
Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 38 years old. He has resided in Georgia his entire life. His entire family does reside here in Georgia, and he does have an address in Atlanta where he can reside with his mother. It's my understanding that's not the same address that we're speaking about. He's resided there for the past 6 years. He attended some college at Virginia Technical College as well as Georgia Perimeter College. He's a truck driver and has been doing that for the past 3 years. And Your Honor, we're just requesting a reasonable bond in this case. Thank you.
All right. Counts 1 and 2 is going to be 2,000 each. Count 3 is going to be 1,000. This is a $5,000 surety bond. Next court date is March 17. No further contact with Gabriel Wright, and he is to stay away from 6145 Tennis Circle in Fairburn, Georgia, if the alleged victim lives there. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and he is not allowed to have any minors, have been in contact with any minors who are unrelated to him. at the present time. Next court date will be March 17. Thank you.
Section 34, Mr. Ross. Ross, Richard Ross.
Frederick Antonio Ross is accused of theft by shoplifting, and this will be from March 2nd of this year, 26 CR 1418K, and his attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
Yes, Your Honor. The last arrest was February 5th, 2026 out of Douglas for a probation violation. There's 23 arrest cycles, 2026 misdemeanor conviction for obstruction and criminal trespass, 2025 theft by shoplifting, criminal trespass, another criminal trespass out of Douglas, one out of Cobb, a 2021, another one out of Douglas. There's a 2019 felony conviction for aggravated assault where they got first offender, but it was revoked in 2024. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. I have 6 criminal trespass convictions
Mhm.
and an FDA just in 2025. So even though in this case he only took a Coca-Cola, based on that history, the risk of reoffense, as well as the flight risk, we're asking for a $500 good bond and a stay away from the Citgo gas station at 4060 MLK Drive in Atlanta.
Miss Angela Stewart, are you here for this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
And what would, raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you want to tell me about Mr. Ross?
Mr. Ross is my son, and he's mentally disabled, diagnosed in 2012.
Who's his caregiver?
At the moment, no one.
Does he receive any kind of federal SSI benefits?
SSDI.
And who's his payee?
I am.
So you receive funding for him?
Yes.
How is it dispersed to him?
He has a place to stay. I cannot control an adult.
Okay. Anything else?
As far as just pretty much got the message to come to court. So I've had too many interventions with the court where I'm exhausted. Ultimately, he's a good-hearted person, but has a mental problem with substance abuse as well sometimes. And unfortunately, I have dispersed finances multiple times over and above, and has been mishandled by him because he's not able to handle finances. So decisions that he makes sometimes are not always the best. And just going to keep praying for him and hope eventually that he gets on the right track.
Bond set at $25 is a cash bond. Stay away from the Citgo gas station at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. He will need to be seen by a social worker for BH issues, Ms. Kim. And his next court date is March 17th.
Yeah. Position 38, Mr. Savage.
Thank you, Ms. Stewart. You're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Repeat the case number again, please.
38, Mr. Savage.
38, okay. Brian Savage is accused of battery family violence. It's 2 counts and 1 count of simple battery family violence. These are 3 charges stemming from an August 1st, 2023 incident. Miss, who's the prosecutor in this case?
I am, Judge.
And
now I understand the potential SOL issue. However, he was arrested in South Carolina in May 23rd, 2024 for receiving stolen goods is like our theft by receiving. He also has an Ohio driver's license. So there is evidence that he's not usually and publicly been a resident within the state. And OCGA 17-3-2 says that periods excluded in the statute of limitation are while the accused is not usually and publicly a resident within this state.
Okay.
Now, because of the date of offense, we are agreeing to $1,000 signature bond on each count. But I do believe that the accusations will still be valid.
It's 1,000 on each count. It's a 3,000 signature bond through the jail. Mr. Savage, I'm not sure how the state's going to proceed with your case. It's still an open, active case, but you've got a release bond. Thank you.
Position 42, Mr. Thomas.
42.
Position 42, Mr. Thomas.
Okay. All right, done. Good heavens. Kirk Thomas is accused of fare evasion from March 3rd of this year. Case number 26 CR 1438E. Mr. Thomas, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was October 22nd, 2025 out of Fulton for criminal trespass. That did result in a misdemeanor conviction. They have 20 arrest cycles with arrests out of Georgia and New York. There's a 2016 misdemeanor conviction for battery family violence. Also in 2016, theft by shoplifting. There's a probation case for criminal trespass and fare evasion, and another probation case for theft by shoplifting. Nothing further.
Oh boy, did he just take a plea? 25 CR 6097E. Yep, on October 16th, fare evasion and CT. Okay.
Yes,
Mr. Tucker,
Judge.
I'm going with a $5 cash bond. Stay away from Omar property. Any objection to that bond, Miss Kim?
Yes, no objection, Your Honor.
$5 cash bond. Stay away from all model property. Next court date is March 17th.
Your Honor, my client is strongly wanting to have a signature on bond because he's not paid for $5 at all. He is 45 years old, and he says he is currently residing with his grandmother. 2003, he achieved GED, and after that, he worked in the construction industry. However, at this point, he is unemployed because of disability that he has, and he is trying to work with PATH, and he's asking for signature on bond.
He doesn't qualify for a signature bond, given his history and track record of reoffending. Mr. Thomas, we went through this last year. I gave you a $10 cash bond. Now it's a $5 cash bond.
I don't have any money. I'm sorry.
I know, but you keep getting invited back to the jail. I don't know whether you miss us or you just didn't get the memo the last time. But we'll see you on the 17th.
You go to position 3, Mr. Brown.
Did you say 17?
Position 3, Mr. Brown.
Oh, 3, excuse me. Okay, Albert Brown is accused of promoting or organizing an exhibition of illegal drag racing or laying drag. I have not had this charge in quite a while. From February 27th of 2026, 26 CR 1451Y. Mr. Brown, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was December 4th, 2017, out of Las Vegas, Nevada for domestic violence. There's 58 arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia, Virginia, Florida, Nevada. There's all of their convictions are outside the last 10 years. Did you still want to hear them?
No, were any of them involving traffic related, like reckless driving or lane drag or?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Andersberg, what's the prosecution want to do for bond?
Your Honor, for this here, we are going to be requesting a higher bond than normal. So we are asking for a $8,000 surety bond. We did actually speak to the officers that were at the jail, and they let me know that he has been arrested for drag racing multiple times before. He's in numerous fraud cases, Your Honor. Your Honor, under the name of Tobias Brown. He did actually let the police officers know that once he is released, he's going to do it again because he has to pay for certain things. He has other addresses and aliases that he goes by. And the police do believe that once he's released, it will be hard for them to actually get in contact with him again. Also, we're asking for a DDS course and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. Oh, also stay away from that address, 44110.
44110. Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Brown is 65 years old. He has resided in Georgia consistently for the past 30 years. He has 3 children, and most of his family also resides here. The address on file is a good address for him. He's been renting there for the past 5 years. He has an extensive educational background and a work background. He also advised me that he is a veteran, Your Honor, that he served in the Navy for 15 years. Your Honor, at this point, he has advised me that he does not have access to any of his funds. And so we are requesting a pretrial signature bond. And he has confirmed with me or affirmed me that he will be compliant with whatever conditions the court imposes. Thank you.
All right. Bond's going to be set at $25,000. It's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services, level 3. You will report to pretrial once a week, and your bond is set at $25,000 as a signature bond. You will report once a week. If you get arrested again for anything else, your signature bond will be revoked and converted to a cash bond only. You are to maintain a curfew where you are home by 6 p.m. and you do not step out until 6 a.m. So 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and this is every day. All right. 25,000 signature bond through pretrial, level 3. The term of monitoring will be for a period of 12 months. Please be mindful that if you get arrested again or if you get a traffic ticket, pretrial is authorized to surrender your bond. Do you have any questions about your bond, Mr. Brown? You look puzzled. So if you have no questions, then we'll take the next case.
Position 6, Mr. Cooper.
And don't forget the curfew, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Position 6, Judge, Mr. Cooper. Have a seat, man. Have a seat.
This is DeAndre Cooper, who has 5 charges stemming from a February 6, 2026 incident, case 26 CR 1453D. The charges are battery against a female who's pregnant, 1 count of simple battery family violence, obstructing a person from making an emergency phone call, and 2 counts of cruelty in the 3rd degree. Your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was January 29th, 2024 out of Fulton for theft by conversion. That case is open under 25 SC 003928. That's their only arrest cycle, nothing further.
Ms. Brooks? Xander Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second. Your Honor, we are asking for 2,000 surety bond for the simple battery, 3,500 for the battery against a pregnant woman. Obstructing, we want $500, 1,000 for the cruelty. In total, we want $8,000, Your Honor, surety bond. We definitely understand that the victim let us know that she is recanting some of the statements that she had said in the original police report. But Your Honor, we're hoping that you honor what we have given today. Also, we're asking for a stay away and no further contact with
Sheila Cooper?
Miss Sheila Hutchins, yeah. And also stay away from that address as well.
Okay. Miss Shalia Cooper, if you want to unmute and start your video. All right,
you
lower
doing?
your hand signal, please, from your Zoom. And raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, and what would you like to tell us?
In the original statement, the investigator, he went back and looked at the body cam footage, and he even noticed that some of the stuff that the officers put in.
Okay, you can tell me what you know and what you have observed, but you can't tell me what somebody else has done.
Okay. Well, honestly, I don't want to pursue any charges.
Okay.
My kids weren't involved, nor were they around when the situation happened. He didn't hinder me from calling the police. I didn't call the police until I got in the car. He was already gone. So I don't understand where that charge came from. On top of the cruelty to children, if my children weren't around during the situation when we were just having a verbal, physical altercation. On top of I'm 6 months pregnant, and I have another child on the way. On top of we have four. She'll be our fourth child in total. So I don't understand why he has to stay away from me or the kids.
Were there any
Especially
other children at the location where
No,
this
they weren't.
allegedly occurred?
No, they weren't. And I told the officers that.
Hutchins stated that minor children, 4, were present and witnessed the incident. I
They
guess
even had the amount wrong because I only have 3 kids. I'm pregnant with my
No,
father.
it's not your kids.
Oh, it was no kids here.
This
They asked
occurred.
if kids live here, and I told them we have 3 in total, and
All
we
right,
have
ma'am.
4.
All right, I'm not going to discuss the discrepancies. They say there were 4 children. They don't necessarily have to be your children. There were allegedly 4 children who witnessed an alleged act of domestic violence, according to the officer who swore out the warrant. Anything else?
Yeah, it was no kids here.
Okay.
And that's why I was saying when he looked back at the body cam footage, they never even came to the house. That's what I'm saying. They never came here. I met the officers up the street.
Yep, at 2798 Peak Road.
Right. So there were no kids here. The officers never came to this address.
Yeah. I mean, what's the dispute about that?
I'm not sure. They asked, do we have kids and do they live here? I told them yes.
Let's drop the kids topic. Anything else with regards to this allegation of violence?
No.
Okay. Now you mentioned the word situation. What situation are you talking about?
What situation?
Well, that's what you said.
No, I was just saying we have another child on the way. I don't understand why he has to stay away from the kids if they weren't involved.
Okay.
That's all.
Understood.
And then on top of they only had simple battery for the last few weeks. That's all they had. And then a victim's advocate, she called me earlier about 1 o'clock. And then she said something about she see that he's only had simple battery all this time. And she said she was going to speak to the state.
Again. You don't tell me what somebody else says. You tell me what you know and what you observed, and spit that gum out of your mouth. Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber, anything else?
Just briefly, Your Honor, Mr. Cooper is 36 years old. He is a lifelong Georgia resident. His entire family does reside here, and the address on file is a good address for him. It's my understanding that is not the incident location and that the alleged victim does not reside there. He made it to the 11th grade and previously was working for Current Transportation and believes that he could get that job back. We're just requesting a reasonable bond in this case. And if the court is inclined to issue a stay away, that he have a one-time police escort to retrieve whatever belongings he may have at that location. Thank you.
Okay. On the battery against a female who's pregnant, the bond is going to be a $2,000 surety. On the remaining charges, they're all going to be $1,000 each. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. No further violent contact with Shalia Hutchins. He may have contact with the children. He reports to pretrial services twice a month, and this will be for a 12-month monitoring period. He is to enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 30 days of being released. He will also refrain from consuming any illegal drugs and alcoholic beverages and be subject to random screens at a minimum rate of at least once a month. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, no weapons, and no firearms. His next court date will be March 17th. So this will be a $6,000 split bond. Thank you.
Position 11, Mr. Forts.
Levante Forts is accused of battery, family violence, and cruelty in the 3rd degree from August 30th of last year. Case 26 CR 1449F. His counsel is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors?
The last arrest was March 16th, 2018 out of Clayton County for a probation violation. There's 10 arrest cycles, misdemeanor conviction in 2013 for possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Xander Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor, one moment. Your Honor, in this case, we are asking for a $2,000 surety bond for the battery, $2,000 for the child cruelty, in total $4,000. Stay away, no further contact with Ms. Williams. Also stay away from the 45 Baker Street address. In addition to that, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and third-party transfer for the children. The victim did let me know, well, not me, but the did let us know that she is okay with no future violent contact. She's okay with that, and she's also okay for the defendant to return home.
Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber, anything else to add?
Briefly, Judge, my client is 34 years old. He's a lifelong Georgia resident. He does have 2 young children, a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old. Your Honor, he made it to the 11th grade, and for work, he was a crane operator in Austell, and he's been doing that for the past year. He does have a certification for crane operation as well, and we're just requesting a reasonable bond. Thank you.
On the battery family violence, that's going to be $2,500. The cruelty is going to be $1,500. This is a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. No further violent contact with the victim, Ms. Williams. He may return to the Baker Street location and have contact with the children. Within 30 days, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program. So his monitoring will be for 12 months. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and come back to court when summoned. Thank you.
Position 12, Mr. Frost.
Leroy Frost is accused of loitering and prowling and criminal trespass causing damage to property from March 3rd of this year. Case 26 CR 1448A. Your attorney is Ms. Rosenhoover. Any priors?
The last arrest was January 22nd, 2026, out of Clayton County for a probation violation. There are 15 arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia, South Carolina. 2019 misdemeanor conviction for providing false information to law enforcement in possession of marijuana. 2025 criminal trespass. 2023 theft by shoplifting. There's another criminal trespass in 2022. Felony conviction in 2022 for criminal damage to property. 2017, there's a robbery out of South Carolina. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Sanderbergs?
Yes, Your Honor. For each of the counts, we are asking for a $500 surety bond, so $1,000 surety bond. Stay away from that entire complex. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, Your Honor.
Ms. Rosenhoover, any objection?
No objection to the reduction to 1,000, Judge. I believe it's currently set at 2,000. Thank you.
$1,000 surety bond. Stay away from the entire apartment complex of the incident location. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Next court date is March 17th. Thank you.
That's 500 on each, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Position 14, Mr. Hall.
Micah Brayton Hall is accused of reckless conduct, misdemeanor possession of marijuana, willful obstruction of an officer, and violation of rules regarding pedestrian and roadway. His accusation is 26 CR 1454B. Incident date is March 2nd of this year. Any priors?
The last arrest was February 28th, 2024, out of Fulton for entering auto and obstruction. That case is open under 25 SC 003504, and that is their only arrest cycle, nothing further.
Ms. Zanderberg?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, this bond is going to be higher than normal because it does involve a gun. So we are asking for a $6,000 surety bond when it comes to, in total. So for the roadway, we want $2,000, reckless conduct, $3,000, possession of marijuana, $500, willful obstruction, $500. So that is $6,000 in total, Your Honor. Also, we're asking that he stay away from the Burger King that's located near the 2460 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Also, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And we're asking for a social worker to help with his mental.
Do y'all NOD the possession of a pistol by an individual under 18?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Rosenhoover?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 20 years old. He has resided in the state of Georgia for the past 8 years. His mother also resides in Georgia. The address on file is a good address for him. He just moved in about a month ago. He has earned his GED and he works 2 jobs. He is full-time in an Amazon warehouse and he also has his own moving business. Your Honor, at this point, he has advised me that he will not be able to afford anything in excess of a $4,000 surety bond, and so that is our request. Thank you.
On the pedestrian on roadway, that's 500. On the reckless conduct, that's going to be 2,500. The misdemeanor possession of marijuana is 500, and the willful obstruction is 500. The reckless conduct is going to be a surety bond. The remainder of the bonds are going to be a signature bond through the jail. This is going to be a total of a $4,000 split bond. No weapons and no firearms. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages. Next court date is March 17.
Position 15, Mr. Hampton.
Deshante Hampton is accused of theft by taking from March 3rd of this year. Case 26 CR 1446C. His attorney is Ms. Rosenhoover. Any priors?
Last arrest was November 23rd, 2022, out of Georgia Tech for stalking. That's their only arrest cycle. Nothing further to report.
Okay. Ms. Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, we are asking for $1,000 surety bond. Stay away and no further contact with Dieter Quinn. Stay away from the 770 Techwood Drive address. Do an anti-theft course and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Was this another bicycle theft?
If I'm not mistaken, Your Honor, this dealt with groceries.
Oh, okay. I think I received an email. Was that for somebody else?
I do think we have one on today for a scooter.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Hampton, your bond is going to be set at 2,000. It's going to be a signature bond through the jail. And you're to stay away from Georgia Tech property, especially all the fraternities and sororities that are spread out all over the campus. You're not allowed on any one of them. Understood? Your next court date will be set to your current address, or you need to figure out a way to keep up with your court dates. Thank you.
Position 23, Mr. McCray. McCray.
Oh, that was the one that we had the additional charge. This is State versus Michael Christopher McCray, accused of theft by taking. Have you all added another additional charge?
Actually, it's
Yes,
supposed to-
Judge. I think that might have been the bicycle theft that you saw. It was charged by theft by taking and criminal trespass damage.
Okay. Criminal trespass damage. And these two charges stem from a February 16, 2026 incident, case 26 CR 1443Y. Mr. McCray, your attorney is going to be Ms. Rosenhuber. Any
Your Honor,
priors?
Your Honor, my apologies. It's actually two different cases. It's not two different.
Oh.
It's two different cases. So the second case, the case on the calendar is the 4-3 case, correct?
Yeah, so theft by taking is for position 23. Do we have a new accusation number for the second charge?
26 CR 001 456Y.
456Y. Okay.
And the charges are sorry, Your Honor, I'm tired. I was about to say banner is acting up. Odyssey is going slow. Hold on one second. Theft by taking and criminal trespass and damage to property. Offense date is 3/2.
Criminal trespass causing damage to property.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry for the interruption.
No, that's okay. All right, Mr. McCray, now that we got the confusion cleared up, let me just go over this again. You have two open cases now, not just one. The first one is 26 CR 1443Y, stemming from a February 16th, 2026 incident, and the charge is theft by taking. Your second case, the case number is 26 CR 1456Y, and these are two charges stemming from a March 2nd, 2026 incident, and this is theft by taking and criminal trespass causing damage to property. You've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Rosenhuber. Any priors, Ms. Hardy?
There are 21 arrest cycles in Georgia. There was a 2025 felony conviction for possession of tools, 2024 aggravated assault and possession of a firearm. There's a 2025 misdemeanor criminal trespass, 2021 violation of a family violence order, FTA from 2021 and 2024. Nothing further.
Ms. Tucker?
For the add-on case, the theft by taking and the criminal trespass damage, we're asking for $1,000 on each, as well as to no further contact with Brianna Morgan and to stay away from all Georgia Tech property. As far as his case on the calendar, Ms. Zandersberg will speak to that case.
All right. And Ms. Burke, what is your bond recommendation for that one?
Your Honor, we're asking for a $2,000 surety bond for the theft by taking, and also stay away and no further contact with Mr. Denzel, and also stay away from Mr. Denzel's address. We could not get his address, so we are asking for a 200 feet stay away, world restriction, sorry. Also, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Okay. Ms. Rosenhuber?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McCrae is 31 years old. He is a lifelong Georgia resident, and his entire father's side of his family does reside in Georgia as well. The address on file is a good mailing address for him. He made it to the 11th grade and is actively seeking employment. That being said, Judge, he does not have the funds to post a surety bond in this case, so we will be asking for a pretrial signature bond if he is eligible for that. Thank you.
For position 23, that's going to be $1,000 surety bond. Reset date is March 17th. No further contact with the victim Denzel and stay away from the incident location. For the add-on case, it's going to be $1,000 on each count. That's a $2,000 surety bond. Also reset to March 17th. No contact with Brianna Morgan and stay away from all Georgia Tech property. Next court date is March 17th. Thank you.
Position 29, Mr. Potwell.
Christopher Popwell is accused of hit and run and driving under the influence of alcohol less safe from March 3rd, 2026. Case is 26 CR 1431H, and your attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was March 21st, 2019 out of Fulton for aggravated assault, possession of a firearm, and voluntary manslaughter. It appears that they're on probation on that case under 21 SC 178041. There's 9 total arrest cycles. A felony conviction in 2015 for armed robbery. They got first offender on that, discharged in 2022. Misdemeanor 2017, simple battery, family violence. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for 1,500 on the DUI and 1,500 on the hit and run with conditions no further contact with Maliki Diallo. His insurance companies can speak, but he should have no direct contact with Mr. Diallo. This case, we're very concerned about the history as well as the hit and run itself is evidence of fleeing. So for these reasons, we're asking for that $3,000 total good bond with no further contact with Maliki Diallo.
Ms. Kim?
Years old. She was born and raised here in Georgia. And Your Honor, he is currently residing with his roommate at East Point, Georgia. We do have a good phone number. Well, he graduated from high school 2004, and then he went to Atlanta Tech College for associate degree. He is working as a mechanic, Your Honor. Also, he studied for a mechanic, but he's working as a dishwasher at one of the Mexican restaurants right now. He does not have any children. We would like to request for the lowest possible bond. I understand that he may not be qualified for a signature on bond, so we asked for the maximum bond of $1,000 total.
Okay. On the hit and run is $1,000 surety. The DUI is a $1,500 surety. Total bond is $2,500 surety. Next court date is March 17th. No contact with the victim, Mr. Diallo. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and no weapons and no firearms. He's not permitted to operate a motor vehicle in accordance with DDS rules. Thank you.
Thank you.
Position 37, Mr. Santos.
Thomas Isaiah Santos is accused of fare evasion from March 3rd of this year, case 26 CR 1435E. Mr. Santos, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was August the 23rd, 2023, out of Richmond County for battery, theft by receiving, flee, and obstruction. There's 3 total arrest cycle. There appears to be a hold out of Augusta. 2023 misdemeanor conviction for DUI. Nothing further.
2023 conviction?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. He does have he is wanted by Richmond County. He does have a hold for a very serious felony offense. So we would consent to an SOB jail only to be released to that Richmond County hold, as well as a stay away from MARTA.
500 signature bond to the jail and a release to pending hold. Thank you. Oh, and stay away from all MARTA property in accordance with any active suspension.
Go to position 43, Mr. Warren.
Deputy, am I making a dent in this calendar?
You're doing good, Judge.
Oh,
Nope.
okay. I think it's growing as it sits on my desk. Okay. Benjamin Warwick is accused of simple assault family violence from February 24th of this year, case 26 CR 1439B. Mr. Warwick, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
Last arrest was December 10th, 2022, out of Cherokee County for battery family violence, and that's their only arrest cycle. Nothing further.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, this case is very serious as it does involve a firearm. So we're asking for a $2,500 good bond with condition no further violent contact with Priscilla Walker. We did speak with her. She said that they've made steps for positive reconciliation. They've lived together. She says nothing's happened like this before. So she wants the no further violent contact and for him to return to the home. However, because he used a firearm, he pulled it out and said, I want everybody out by 2 a.m. You can handle it your way or my way. We are still taking this very seriously. So we're asking for the $2,500 good bond.
Okay. Priscilla, are you on Zoom? If you want to chime in, this is the time to do so. Ms. Kim?
My client is 25 years young, and he's been here in Georgia for 13 years. And Your Honor, we would like to request for a signature on bond through pretrial, considering the fact that he has no conviction, no FTA. He's presumed to be innocent for open case. And Your Honor, he does not have any child with her, and they are living together. He graduated from high school 2019 with a GPA 3.4, and then he went to college for business administration study. However, because of the work, he is still working and going to school at this point. He does not make so much money, so he's qualified for public defender services. No, I apologize. He's not qualified for public defender
Public
services.
defense? Okay.
However, for the purpose of bond hearing, I'll be representing him today only.
Okay, so he'll need to hire his own attorney, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. On the simple assault family violence, that's going to be a 3,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2. He will be on pretrial monitoring for 12 months. While he is reporting pretrial twice a month, he will have no further violent contact with Patricia Wheeler. He may return to the Roberts Drive location. He is to surrender any and all firearms to the police authorities for destruction within 48 hours of being released. He's not allowed to have any firearms on his person, in his home, anywhere near him, and in any vehicle that he occupies. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And also within 3 months, you are to take a gun safety course and submit the completion certificate to your pretrial officer. Thank you.
Thank you. Position 47, Mr. Wynn.
Cameron Wynn is accused of battery, family violence, cruelty in the third degree, and discharge of a firearm at a highway or near a public street. Case is 26 CR 1441C and stemming from a February 10th, 2026 incident. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, there's one more charge. I missed that one. Reckless conduct. Okay, I guess that's because of the alleged use of the firearm. Okay, any priors?
The last arrest was December 13th, 2025, out of Clayton County for aggravated assault, battery, and criminal trespass. That's their only arrest cycle.
And this is in Clayton County.
Yes, Your Honor.
Open felony case. Okay. And this is February 10th. Okay, go ahead, Miss Tucker.
Yes, Judge, you did hear he was just arrested December 2025 for aggravated assault out of Clayton County. Because it's Clayton, we weren't able to get his bond just yet, but surely he's out on bond, expected to not have firearms and not have any other incidents. Well, in this case, there was an altercation over him texting multiple women, which led to a physical altercation between the defendant and victim Felicia Henderson. He struck her several times, leaving her with a scratch above his eyebrow and above her eyebrow and cuts on both sides of her neck. Her t-shirt was also ripped. There was bruising and swelling on her face, all while she's holding their 3-month-old child. As the defendant was walking away, he fired one round off into the air just to, finish it off, make sure that he was the big dog standing. So for these reasons, we're asking for a $2,500 bond on the battery, $1,500 on the cruelty, $3,000 on the reckless conduct, and $2,000 on the discharge near a public street for a total of $9,000 good bond, with conditions no further contact with Felicia Henderson or the child, and to stay away from 4712 Flat Shoals Road in Union City.
Miss Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Witt is 20 years young and he was born in New Jersey. However, he has grown up here in Georgia. He's almost like Georgia native. I was hoping to get some more information from his mother. Well, we would like to request for the lowest possible surety bond. We understand that he's not qualified. He may not be qualified for a signature on bond because of the current open case. However, he's presumed to be innocent, and this is only his second arrest. And Your Honor, he has reckless conduct already, 3,000 surety bond. Discharge, 3,000 surety bond. And we would like to request for signature on bond for battery and cruelty to children. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, on the discharge of a firearm, that's going to be a $3,000 surety bond. On the reckless conduct, that's going to be a $3,000 surety bond. On the battery, family violence, and the cruelty, there's going to be $2,500 each, and that's going to be a signature bond through pretrial services level 3. So this is going to be a total of $11,000 split bond. Once he posts the $6,000 portion, he will then report to pretrial services once a week, and this will be for a 12-month period. He is to surrender all firearms within 48 hours of being released, and they must be surrendered through the authorities for destruction, and he must submit proof of destruction to his pretrial officer. Within 30 days, he will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program, and he will attend all 24 classes at his expense. He reports to pretrial services, like I said, once a week. No contact with the victim, Felicia Henderson, no contact with any child or children that he shares with Ms. Henderson. If he wishes to have any contact with the children, he would need to file a legitimation case and get a court-ordered parenting plan. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. His next court date is going to be March 17th. Thank you.
Position 48, Mr.
Your
Young.
Honor,
Bruce, yeah?
I was wondering if I could talk on his behalf.
I have no idea who you are.
I'm sorry, I'm Cameron Wynn's mother. I was waiting for you to ask for somebody there.
All right, you're gonna have to wait. You need your video on, and then I'll come back to you. I'm sorry, Deputy, who is this?
Position 48, Mr. Young, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Cook Young is accused of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and giving false information to an officer. Case number 26 CR 1442B. Mr. Young, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was January 30th, 2026 out of Marietta for theft by receiving. There's 5 arrest cycles in Georgia. There was a 2013 misdemeanor conviction out of DeKalb for abandonment of minor child, 1992 simple battery. There appears to be a hold out of Marietta for sale of marijuana, and the date of that is February 23rd, 2026. Nothing further to report.
Miss Tucker, yes.
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a split bond in this case, $1,000 good on the obstruction and $1,000 signature bond on the giving false info. The basis of the obstruction is that when officers approached him on the belt line, he attempted to flee. That paired with the recent arrests, we just can't ask for a signature bond on the obstruction, but that's the request, the split bond.
Miss Kim, the willful obstruction is going to be 1,000. On giving false information is 1,500. This is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. And if he gets arrested again, he jeopardizes his signature bond. Next court date will be sent to his current address. Thank you.
And Judge, I've got to run. My dog has an ear infection, so we're going to the vet. Miss Sanders, Burks will handle the rest of the case.
All right. Take care of his little ear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Okay, Miss Sandra Keith. Yes, please unmute and start your video.
Yes, I'm sorry, Judge. How you doing?
You driving?
No, I'm not driving.
Okay.
Sitting parked.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
All right. And how do you know Cameron Wynn?
I'm his mother.
All right. So he got a split bond. So he has to post a $6,000 bond, and the rest of it he'll be on pretrial, reporting once a week, and no contact with Miss Henderson and the children unless he legitimates them. And he'll need to do some classes and surrender all firearms. What would you like to tell me?
I just wanted to state, I was trying to get the young lady on the phone. Everything, he wasn't even in the premises whenever all of that happened. That's why I was confused why, and plus he has a lawyer, and I didn't hear the lawyer step in on his behalf. So, and he surrendered to it because he wasn't even on the premises when all of this happened.
Well,
That's why I'm
that is
confused. And
your
plus,
version of it. I have a different version from an officer, and the alleged victim is not here. So I guess you will have to go to trial and see what can be
I thought you
established.
said, I thought you, yeah, and that the property where the incident happened, the female doesn't even live there. That is my house.
She doesn't live there?
No, that's not her address. It's in the police report. It's not her address. They got her address in the police report. She doesn't live at this address.
All right.
I thought you said he couldn't come back here.
I was told to stay away from the incident location, but if if she doesn't live at the incident location, he's
No,
allowed
that's her.
he's allowed a one-time visit with a police officer, and if the officer verifies that the victim doesn't live there, then he may return to the location. Anything else?
No, thank you. That'll be all.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. That's the only extra thing we will add to Mr. Wynn's bond. Deputy, okay, have I addressed everybody else?
Yes, Judge, you addressed all the bodies in.
Okay, let's see. Position 1, James Ale. Is that a reset or a waiver?
Waiver, Your Honor.
The gentlemen who are seated in the first row, this is a proceeding that's being live streamed to the public. I want you to sit up straight and put your legs together. Thank you very much. James Ale is a waiver. This is 26 CR 1411Y, simple battery against an officer and criminal trespass from March 2nd, 2026. Any priors, Miss Hardy?
This arrest was July 10th, 2025, out of City of Atlanta for simple battery. There's 17 arrest cycles, open case in DeKalb for criminal trespass. It appears that they're on first offender probation. I'm sorry, no, that's not first offender. They're on probation for possession of tools and interference with government property. Appears to be a holdout of DeKalb for an FTA. Nothing further.
DeKalb FTA. All right, thank you. Ms. Xander Burks?
Yes, one moment, Your Honor. For this case, Your Honor, we're asking for a $3,000 surety bond when it comes to the simple battery, a $500 surety bond when it comes to criminal trespass. In total, Your Honor, we're asking for a $3,500 surety bond. Also, 8 weeks of anger management classes, stay away and no further contact with Officer Barber, stay away from the Emory Hospital that's located at the 550 P Street Northeast address. Also, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. L is 56 years old and he's from Nigeria. And I believe he is qualified for a competency calendar this Thursday. PD Paul Matelos already know about him. Our social worker also agreed that he does need BHT. So we have no objection as long because he has a hold at DeKalb County anyway. So signature on bond only to be released to DeKalb County will be what we would like to request for.
Miss Young, can I put him on the calendar, SAP calendar tomorrow? Or are we getting too excited about that?
Who is it, Your Honor?
Position 1, James Ale.
1 second.
In the meantime, on count 1 is $1,000 surety. Count 2 is $1,000 surety. This is a $2,000 surety bond. Stay away from the Emory Hospital location unless he's has a verifiable appointment with a health provider or he's seeking emergency treatment. Next court date is going to be subject to whether Miss Young can get him a spot on tomorrow's calendar.
Your Honor, the state will have to do a recommendation. Aren't they gonna do a recommendation in one day? Or we could just put them on?
Ms. Well, it's going to go to competency calendar at 11 a.m. So that's not going to be a recommendation.
Okay, so you want it on the comp calendar?
Yeah. Tomorrow. So $2,000 surety and reset date will be March 5th at 11 a.m.
And the comp calendar in the morning?
Yeah.
March 35. Yes, ma'am, I'll do an add-on with you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Maurice Bettis, 26 CR 1370Y, charged with willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. Is that a waiver?
I was told that bonded out.
Okay, so he's released. All right, case is further notice. Position 3 is the 25,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3. Position 4, Carter, is a 5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 5, Chambers is a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 6, Cooper is a 4,000 signature bond through pretrial. 6, Cooper is a $6,000 split bond. The pretrial portion is level 2. Position 7, Stephanie Daniels, what are we doing?
A waiver of appearance. I met her at the medical intake. She has a severe disability on her back, so it's very hard for her to move.
Okay. Case is 26 CR 1412J. Ms. Daniels is accused of battery family violence, represented by Ms. Kim. Any priors, Ms. Hardy?
No, Your Honor, it's showing his first arrest.
Okay. Ms. Zandersberg, what's your recommendation?
Sorry, one second, Your Honor. Looking through. Games. Okay, Your Honor, we are asking for a $4,000 signature bond, stay away and no further violent contact with AD and Treyon Daniels. I do believe I've seen her on the Zoom today, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
AD is the minor, right?
I believe so, yes. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, bond set at 4,000, signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No violent contact with AD and any other occupant of the household. She can return to the same household. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And she will need, if possible, I'm not going to impose any other conditions given her physical disability, but she'll need to come to court when summoned. All right, position 8, Shaderian Dunn, that's a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 9 is a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 10, Samuel Farley, what are we doing?
Samuel Farley, it is conflict case, actually. We need second conflict attorney, but we could not find one.
Okay.
One of the
I will appoint Dennis Murphy to represent him, and we will address him on March 6th.
Thank you.
Dennis Murphy, please contact him to represent Samuel Farley.
Yes, Your Honor.
Position 11, Levante Forts is a 4,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 12, Frost is a $100,000 surety, reset March 17. 13, Greer is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 14, Hall is a $4,000 split bond, reset March 17th. 15, Hampton is a 2,000 signature bond through jail. 16, Harris is a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 17, Hoffman is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 18, Holloway is a $5,000 surety bond, reset March 17. 19, Christian Johnson is a UJR.
And Your Honor,
20,
my apologies for interrupting. That case is going to reset to 310 with his companion case.
okay, so that's for Johnson, right?
Yes, position 19.
Okay, so further notice because of his other cases. 20, Jones is a $1,000 surety, reset March 17. 21, DeMarcus Keene. Is that a waiver or reset or release?
I received an NOD from the state, I believe, for that case, but let me find it.
Ms. Zanderberg, can you confirm if y'all NOD'd the battery and theft by taking?
I did not, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing the NOD is for the theft by taking.
Okay. So the battery's charge is still there? Okay. Do I need to reset it to March 6th?
I believe so, because I never had a chance to interview him since I must have misunderstood the email. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I just received the NOD and said, okay, we don't need him.
All right. We'll reset March 6th on just that one remaining charge of battery. Everett Lloyd is a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. That's position 22. 23, McCrae, received a $1,000 surety bond reset to March 17th. And then on his add-on case, he received a $2,000 surety bond. Both cases are reset to March 17th. 24 Mafsum, 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 25 Moss is a $50 cash bond, reset March 17th. 26 Ogulry is a 3,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 27 Payne is a $1,500 surety, reset March 17th. 28 Tamarcus Petty. Yes, Ms. Kim? I'm sorry, you're muted.
Oh, it is a waiver, Your Honor.
Okay. Tamarcus Petty is cited with willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, 26 CR 1415Y. Presence has been waived. Yes, any priors, Ms. Hardy?
Yes, the last arrest was July 4th, 2025, out of Fulton for possession of dangerous weapon and driving without a license. They have 6 open cases in Fulton County: theft by taking, entering auto, hijacking a motor vehicle, entering auto again, aggravated assault. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Sanderberg?
Just to confirm, we are saying Mr. Petty.
Yes. Tamarcus Petty.
Okay, Your Honor, we're asking for a $1,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons at this time.
Ms. Kim, any objection?
Yes, we would like to request for a signature on bond. He's got already very, very high bond for all the other 6 local cases. He's got bigger fries to fish. So we would like to request for a signature on bond. He's only 21 years young, born and raised here in Georgia. This is his first, actually, incident happened at the jail.
It's a signature bond through the jail.
Awesome, thank you.
1,000 signature bond through jail, reset to March 17 because of his felony holds.
Thank
29 Popwell is a $2,500 surety, reset March 17. 30 DeMarco Presley, accused of criminal trespass.
This is also waiver, Your Honor.
All right, case 26 CR 1432Y. Any priors, Ms. Hardy?
Yes, Your Honor. The last arrest was December 18th, 2025, out of Fulton for PI, and that did result in a misdemeanor conviction. There are 58 total cycles arrests out of Georgia and Florida. Misdemeanor conviction for theft by taking in 2026, 2023 obstruction, 2016 criminal trespass.
Oh, that's plenty. Thank you. Ms.
Okay.
Sanderberg, this is a MARTA violation. I think he was required to stay away from MARTA from the last case as well. I'm not, maybe.
Okay, Marta.
You know.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one then. This is Mr. Presley?
Yep.
Okay, we're asking for a $1,000 good bond, stay away from MARTA, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, we would like to request the lowest possible bonds, maybe $5 cash. He has no employment. He cannot afford any bond at this point, and his minor children cannot pay for his bond as well either. He is 45 years old, born and raised here in Georgia. He's not a flight risk because he keeps coming back. And Your Honor, he graduated from high school in 1997. And as of now, he has no funds to pay for any bond.
Okay. The criminal trespass is going to be $25 cash bond for the notice to March 17.
Thank you.
31 Rasul is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 32 Derek Rogers, theft by shoplifting. What are we doing?
This is also a waiver, Your Honor.
All right. This is 26 CR 1434G for Derek Rogers. Any priors, Ms. Hardy?
Last arrest was October 20th, 2025, out of MARTA for criminal trespass. It appears that they're on probation for that. There's 50 arrest cycles. misdemeanor conviction of criminal trespass in 2022, obstruction and theft by shoplifting, violating family violence order. There's a felony in 2018 for terroristic threats and acts. Nothing further.
Ms. Vanderbrooks?
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking for a $1,500 good bond. Stay away from the Publix. Also no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Miss Kim, I was going to go with either a $50 cash bond or a 500 surety. Which one do you want?
$50 cash bond, Your Honor.
Okay. $50 cash bond, stay away from the incident public store, including all public supermarkets in Fulton County. Next court date is March 17.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 33 is Teandre Rogers, $1,500 surety, reset to March 17. 34 Ross is a $25 cash bond, March 17. 35 Samalis is a $2,500 surety for position 35, and he's got a $1,250 surety on position 36, both reset to March 17. 37 Santos is a 500 signature bond through the jail. 38 is a $3,000 signature bond through the jail. 39 is a $5,000 cash bond. Position 40, Stephanie Stokes is a 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 41 Thomas is a 3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 42 Kirk Thomas is a $5 cash bond, right? Okay. And reset to March 17. 43 Warwick is a 3,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 44 Jada Wheeler is reset to March 6. 45 Rasheed Welock is a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. 46 White is a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 47 Wynn is a $11,000 split bond. And 48 Yum is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Any amendments, corrections, or questions?
I have one question, Your Honor. On position 8, is it 2,000 good or 2,500?
Which one?
I meant on Dunn. It's a
Dunn.
pretrial too, but is it 2,000 or 2,500? Position 8.
Position 8, I've got 2,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2
Okay.
with DVIP and random screens.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I have 2,500. Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, folks? All right, not too bad. Miss Young is the only one who's going to be slogging it for the rest of the evening. So.
Oh, it'll be no.
We missed Bridgewater. Sorry about that.
Before we log off, before we log off, let me make sure Mr. Bettis made bond, and we're gonna reset him. I'm looking over in the jail screen because he has. I do not know what's wrong with IT. It's taking its time. Let's see. Yes, he did. Yep.
Okay. All right, folks. Y'all have a good evening. We'll see
right,
you.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll see some of you tomorrow, bright and early. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Appreciate you, Judge.
Take care, sir.